What if there would be one simple strategy that makes you sell 30% more by tomorrow? Yes, it exists, but before we get there, I want to share with you who I am and why I can tell you something about sales. I've been working 15 years as a financial advisor, and during this time, I sold thousands of contracts. I managed to be the best salesperson in the company that I worked for when I was about 19 years old. I won another competition when I was about 20 years old. And when I was 21, I became the best salesperson that this company ever had. I also visited hundreds of sales seminars, and I came to the conclusion that you don't need all of them. The most important in sales are that you first understand that you need to sell. Whatever you do, if you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you go to the bar and you want to meet a beautiful lady, you need to know how to sell. Whatever you're doing, you're selling either yourself or your product. And this is what a lot of people get wrong. To understand that, I had to go through a lot. And since then, I spent my whole life in sales. So I managed to collect a lot of experience. And in today's video, I want to share with you how you can sell 30% more by tomorrow by just using these simple steps. Number one, be yourself. And I'm not joking. Nobody is going to buy from you if you try to play a role or try to be someone that you are not. People love authenticity. And if you want them to sell from you and your product, you have to be a part of yourself. If you just using phrases and you're acting like someone, nobody's going to buy from you. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to hear the sales pitch that you learned on the seminar because they heard it 500 times before. They want to see you as a person, and ask yourself, who are you buying from? Usually we tend to buy from people that we sympathize with. So your clients are the same. If they don't sympathize with you, they're not going to buy from you. And you will not be able to sell to everyone. There's just people that you don't get along with, and that's totally fine. But if you manage to be yourself and to make the other person like you by being yourself, then you're going to sell much. If you're a dick and you don't want to be yourself, well, then you have to change something else first before you get to the sales pitch. But usually this is the best way to go for. But which one is the one that I told you about that works better than everything else? Well, I will get there. But first of all, understand everybody has to sell. Whatever you work, you are selling. So you need to learn sales. If you don't know how to sell, you're lost. You're not going to make money. Because in the end, you can have the best product. If nobody sells this product, you're not going to make money. Very important to understand. Number two, more input equals more output. If you have more meetings than all the other salespeople in your company, you're probably going to sell more. You don't have to be the best salesperson to sell more than others. But if you have more meetings than everybody else, you probably become the best salesperson because you have the most practice, more practice than everybody else. So when I became the best salesperson in this insurance company that I worked for, I figured that barely anyone was working after hours. So I was like, okay, in that moment where I start working after hours and I make 2 hours more every day, I'm already so ahead of most of the salespeople. 80% will not be able to compete with me because they have less meetings. That's how I beat the 80%. The other 20% I beat with a simple strategy. And that was, first of all, be yourself, make the people like you, because then they come back and they buy from you. They're going to send you their friends. They're going to buy from you. And they like to come back to your table to speak to you and to buy from you. If people feel like, oh God, why is this person calling me again? I don't want to talk to him. You are never going to become a good salesperson. So make the person like you. First of all. Second of all, work hard, be available, and make more meetings than other because more input equals more output. And third of all, the most important one, shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Learn to shut the fuck up. This is the most important strategy. And every single time someone calls me, wants to sell me on the phone, whatever, I realize that most people don't have this skill. And you have to learn this. This is super, 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 super important. So first of all, you tell your client, okay, this product is the best because A, B, C, D. Then you say, okay, the price for it is, and then you shut the fuck up. And most people don't do that. And that's their problem. Because if you drop the price, then what happens? Your client, your potential client, starts working in his head. He makes all the stars, is asking, can I afford that? Is it really worth it? Do I really need this product? Do I really want this product? Do I want to buy it from you or not? And it's thinking. And this thinking process is the moment where you feel an awkward moment of silence. But it's just awkward for you because your client has a million things going on in his head. While you sit there and your mind starts playing on you. It's like, did I ask too much? What if my price is too high? I don't know. But if that happens, then it's just because this is happening in your mind. It's not happening in your client's mind. Your client's mind is like, do I need to speak to my wife before? Can I afford this? Do I want to sign for 1 year or 2 year contract? Maybe it's something for my brother as well. All these things are happening in your client's mind. So don't interrupt his thinking process. Let him say yes or no or ask questions, and then you can start talking about the deal, not before. Very, very important. Drop your price, shut the fuck up. Wait. It's not your time to talk. And when the person says yes, a lot of people make this mistake. You drop the price. Your opponent says, yeah, sounds good. I want to do it. And then you start arguing and selling your product more. Don't do that. If the person said yes, all you have to do is you take your pencil and you sign the contract. That's it. Nothing more. If the client had said yes, stop arguing. Shut the fuck up. Most important. Shut the fuck up when you drop your price. Shut the fuck up when the person said yes. Just sign, get the signature, get the contract. That's it. So if you stick through these simple strategies, be yourself, be authentic, make the person like you, work harder than others, have more meetings, more input equals more output, and you learn to shut the fuck up when it's necessary, I promise you, you're going to sell more than you ever sold before. So enjoy the process and see you next time. Ciao.